Whew, this game is not going well. That's not what we like to see. If he's going to go in for a Mother Witch and get infinite piggies on me, it's going to do a lot of damage. But the Dark Prince, he actually saved my butt. Hey, what's up guys? We are back again with an incredibly powerful double Prince deck to dominate ladder. If you guys are sick and tired of losing against Goblin Drill decks, I've got the answer for you. With the Dark Prince and the Goblin Gang, you are not gonna have any issues. So let's go jump straight some games and assert some dominance with the best double Prince deck. I upload daily videos on the channel, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss out. All money from creator code SirTag goes directly back into improving the channel, so thank you guys for making the videos the best they can be. Hey, jumping into this game against Burger King, let's eat this man up like a snack. So first things first, we're gonna go for Spear Goblins, and he's gonna think that we're running a log bait deck, and then we whip out the Goblin Giant, and we're like, yo, you ready for the biggest goblin you've ever seen in your life? It's phenomenal, it's sensational, and it's so surprising for every one of your opponents. So I'm able to go in for a Goblin Giant right now with a Prince, and he's like, wait, this deck is not supposed to be a thing anymore. Why are you still running it? And it works so well in the meta, because everyone that has a Goblin Drill, it gets immediately destroyed and thrashed by the Dark Prince. And then the regular Prince, combined with that and the Goblin Giant removing all of the bait cards and distractions, it doesn't get better than that, guys, let me tell you. So I'm going to DP here. I'm going to go for bats off to the side. I don't really want to go for a Goblin Gang here, but I might need to. So I'm going to go and roll with that Goblin Gang. Make sure that we split most of it so then we don't lose it entirely. And yeah, we defend that very easily. As you guys can see, no matter what your opponent does, even if they've got Mega Knight, which traditionally just, hard counters the crap out of everyone that decides to go and spam stuff at the river in single, our deck is able to make it happen. So I'm going to Fireball on top of the Collector, and I'm vibing with it. We are totally eating Burger King alive like a snack that he is. However, I wasn't ready for that. My body wasn't ready for that, guys. I haven't been able to process that, and it's 5:30 in the afternoon for me right now, and I still don't even understand what this guy's doing. You would think it's in the morning when people are this crazy. They just haven't had their coffee. They haven't been able to process things in life. But no, he's a fully fledged adult in the middle of the afternoon running this deck. So I'm just going to go in for a Dark Prince on top of his Prince. Make sure that thing does not have any ideas of charging up on me. I think that we actually have to go for another Prince here.
Sorry, bro.
I believed in my Dark Prince. I thought that he would succeed in life, but he only just failed me. So I'm going to zap here. Prince connects to the tower. There's a lot of extra damage. I don't want to Fireball right now because he could go for Collector. I don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Goblin Giant. I'm going to go and kite that big Mega Knight all the way around the world. Then I Fireball, finish off the Witch, and then we go for Bats. And then we're like, yes, it works until you zap me, which then we got to go for Goblin Gang. You guys got to predict your opponent like that because when you saw the zap the first time, you know it's coming down the second time. So you got to be ready. You got to have your hands poised in position to go and drop another bait card. And the phenomenal thing about this deck is we're able to chip him out with Spear Goblins and then Fireball and zap too. So like if you don't respond to that, you just lose. So I'm about it, man. Totally and utterly about it. So all I need to do is go in for one more Fireball and a Zapperino, and we walk away with a win. So I'm just going to zap here, finish that off. The Dark Prince is actually going to take the tower, so I don't have to unleash my Fireball. And we won this game. So easy, too.
That was easy.
He's still spamming stuff at the river, but it just didn't matter. Peace out, buddy, and good luck in the rest of your ladder session. I love seeing the insanity of the double collectors. That made my day. Hey, jumping into this game, we're going to go for Spear Goblins. We're going to figure out what this guy's got before we dedicate a massive amount of spam. And he's already going to drop his Dark Prince. Imagine dropping a Dark Prince that early and then just getting crucified by a Goblin Drill. Could not be me, man. I would never do such a thing. Also, notice how we split the Spear Goblins. So in case you wanted to zap, it would be way more difficult. And we were able to get a lot more value. Awesome. I love this. He just dropped a Goblin Gang. That's his best answer to this stuff. So I'm easily able to go in for a Zapperino. The Prince is going to give us a lot of counter push potential. And we get a Royal Giant out of him? What are those? I've never seen that before in my life. I've never seen a Royal Giant to go and counter a Prince. But here we are on ladder, seeing the impossible happen. So the Dark Prince is coming through. We're getting snowballed. The Barbarians are getting shut down. And I am locking onto the tower, giving him an excessive amount of love. So whenever you see Barbs coming at you, it's a little bit better to go in for a Spear Goblins here. Because first off, I think he might go in for a Zap. And I want him to zap that instead of going in for a Zap on the Bats. So now the Bats are going to be able to damage everything from the sky. and we're going to get a huge surprise on our opponent. Oh, come on, Spirit Goblin. You had one job and you left me like that? How much elixir do I need to pay you, Spirit Goblin, to finish off the job? My disappointment is utterly immeasurable in that thing, but it's okay. We vibe with it. Steven, what are you doing, man? Are you going to spam stuff in the back now? Like, what is your strategy? Are you going to spam more stuff at the river? I just don't get it. I never understand, because we saw Royal Giant as a counter to a Prince, so can't predict anything out here. The only thing that I can predict is that I can't predict anything. So we're going to go for Spear Gobs here. At least with the splash damage of the Dark Prince, we're not going to give him that much counter push. Usually, you drop a Giant into that, and you're like, oh, that was a terrible decision. But we use Fireball, we clean it all up, and we don't have any gripes or worries in the world. So overall, in Double Elixir, I think this is where our deck is actually able to thrive. I don't want to go Goblin Gang, because we know that he's got Dark Prince back in cycle. And there it is, dropped on the exact same side that I would have put it for the Goblin Gang at the river. Not the play, guys. Royal Giant again, my man. That's what we love to see. And he's going to poison. That is a very fresh poison. The Dark Prince took forever. Did you guys see that? The Dark Prince literally did not hit our Dark Prince for so long. It didn't even target the Prince. It was just like stuck up on the RG. So if we Fireball here, we can kill those Barbarians, get the Prince directly onto the tower. And then I think we win the game. No! We had one job. Okay. Can't lose to the guy that countered the Prince with the Royal Giant. That would crush my entire ego. Like, I wouldn't have pride anymore. I don't know what I would do with myself if I lost to that. So what we're gonna do is we're spam at the river and win this battle pretty decisively. We know for a fact that he's gonna go for Barbarian, so I have to hold my Fireball for that. I think it's gonna be right here, so we're just gonna pre-Fireball. Oh, let's go, baby! That's what I'm talking about. That is phenomenal stuff. With that pre-Fireball, we got a lot of extra damage, and I'm able to go for a Zap Spear Goblin's Bats. This should do enough to put me in the victory stance. This should put me back in the spot that we need to be in. So I'm going to go in for a Goblin Giant at the river and play more aggressive, not be at, full elixir, because then I think we can Fireball again and just keep getting the damage. If the Goblin Giant just locks on a tower, we get enough, right? That's going to be enough. That should be enough, right? Don't play with my feelings out here, man. Okay, so you're definitely going to Royal Giant because you're scared. So we're going to body block with the Prince, and we do not get the value that we want. We do not get the value that we want, but maybe the Prince is going to get a hit. Oh, we force out extra elixir because he's absolutely petrified, and we love it. So now we go for a Goblin Gang off to the side. Bats here. This just has to do enough damage. We need to kill this before he zaps or snowballs or whatever he does. We got to zap. We got to shut it down. Let's go. Why are these games so ridiculously close today? Oh, Dark Prince. Okay. We asked why it was close. Dark Prince is like, nope, not close anymore. Let's go on to the next one, Jake. Hey, we got a game against Carlos. What's going on, my dude? We're sauce out of good luck and make you think that we've got Elixir Golem. We're spam every single one of those emotes. What you gonna do, dude? Are you ready for it? So if we DP in the back, usually it's a terrible decision, but he's already dropped the Goblin Hut. So he's down a bit of Elixir. I feel like I can catapult a ton of stuff on the other side and get the Bats to lock onto the tower or the Dark Prince, depending on what happens. Whew, this game is not going well. That's not what we like to see. If he's gonna go in for a Mother Witch and get infinite piggies on me, it's going to do a lot of damage. But the Dark Prince, he actually saved my butt. I can't believe how lucky I was. It's like, no, the Dark Prince is going to go towards the tower. I'm going to have absolutely nothing to deal with that. Those piggies are just going to just pulverize me. But fortunately for us, Spear Goblins clean up the flying machine for a +2 trade. We also are able to get immense value from the Dark Prince, being 200 IQ. He is the Albert Einstein of Dark Princes. And I believe that that was just meant to be. So I'm going to Dark Prince in the back on the right-hand side, and I think I can unload this time, not giving him infinite piggy potential. So let's see if this works out or if I'm going to be an epic failure. Obviously, it's difficult to break through the furnace, so I'm not going to try to. Yeah, I actually have to go for Bats here. I'm not a huge proponent of dropping Bats, but if I'm able to go and kill the Mega Knight, it is a vibe, especially if we don't give him any counter push. So the tower's going to finish off the Bats so he isn't able to drop a Mother Witch. The bad thing is, Furnace is a broken win condition. I'm sure you guys have maybe even broken a phone over it. I don't know. Furnace is kind of OP. Maybe I'm just projecting it here. Maybe I'm just a super sad panic because I lost like 1,300 HP on my tower from just Fire Spirits. They're super insidious. They look like they're smiling. They look really warm and happy and healthy and just nice overall cards. And they're just so malevolent. They take out your entire tower in seconds if you left them on loan without parental super guidance. So I'm going to go in for DP in the back again. I think we want to just keep spamming. This is really the only way that I can make this work. So we're going to Goblin Giant here. Remember last time that this guy decided to go for the Mother Witch? Probably something that I have to keep into consideration, but I'm going to Fireball anyway. We'll see if we're able to break through that cannon cart and get the Dark Prince locked on the tower. Wait, the Spear Goblin's off to the side and the Dark Prince gave us damage. We are back in business. Actually, I would endeavor to say that we are up. We are up in this place. Let's go, baby. So I'm feeling real frisky, guys. If I'm able to get a giant in front, maybe we can make this work. It's going to work. It's going to work. The two Princes of Justice are going to make this happen. If I Fireball on everything and then the Goblin Giant locks on a tower, let's go, guys. He's going to zap because I think that the Goblin Giant's going to tank for the Princes. He's going to log, but the Goblins... No, come on, Dark Prince, do something here. No! You had one job. It's okay. Not everyone is as intelligent. I was going to say intelligent as the Spear Goblins. And they were not intelligent. They just died a miserable and tragic death. But... maybe we can Fireball this? If I'm able to Fireball my way through, it would make me super proud. It would make me super happy. He's going to Mega Knight on me, though, so I have to defend now. This has been a chaotic game if I've ever played one in my life. This is going to be insane. I don't know if I'm able to win right now, but we still are trying our hardest. I'm going to go for bats. The Prince is going to give us value, and he's going to lose the cannon cart before it starts to, you know, go towards our tower and get on top of stuff that we don't want to. I can start to Fireball cycle this guy out, and I think that is going to be our best play. So we're going to Goblin Giant here. The bat did not take the Fire Spirit like a champion. My disappointment is utterly immeasurable. I think I still Fireball on top of this so he doesn't get as much damage. And is the Goblin Giant going to do its magic? Is the Goblin Giant going to do it? Is the Goblin Giant going to get... Yes! Let's go. That was so close and not very comfortable, but we made it happen. GG, well played, and peace out. Hey, jumping into this game, our old lost friend of Goldman the back first play. I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, 2 games, right? So let's see what happens here. Are we just going to go for a Prince and trade towers? Why do you have Goblins with the Prince stack? Out of all the cards that you could have run, you're like, yeah, let's go and run Goblins with Prince. So if we zap, we're going to keep the Prince alive, and we're going to get a massive amount of value from him. The 1 HP hero, he's got to hit the tower. He needs to make sure that I don't look like a fool right now. Look at that value. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And now we're showing you the true power of Goblins. Are you serious? You're really going to poison Goblin Gang? Okay. Whatever floats your boat will eventually sink your ship if you're going to play like that. So I'm totally down with it. Yes, you take my tower. The tower falls down, but I don't really care anymore. I think this is a really good spot for me to go in for a Dark Prince. See if he catapults like a Lumberjack, or if he goes in for Goblins or something. I don't know. I'm more weirded out by this deck by the second, but this is ladder. So I could Fireball, but he also just dropped 10 Elixir to counter a Dark Prince. You know, just throwing that out there. So if I go for a Goblin Giant and I follow up with bats, oh no. Wait, never mind. He didn't even get pulled. Never mind. I'm chilling. This is fine. This is really good, actually. So I'm going to go for a Goblin Gang as well. And with all this crap coming at him, we just ignore everything and we just 3-crown him. And this is the beauty of running Goblin Giant Prince. You 3-crown faster than Golem decks because they can't defend you. So jumping into this game against Alberto, we're going to see what's up. Because you guys already know, this deck is able to start off the game with any of the cards. Except the Dark Prince. But Spear Goblins, Goblin Gang, Bats, Zap, you guys name it, you get value from it. And of course, the opponent just responds so late with the Baby Dragon. Was he snoozing? Was Alberto just lying asleep for a second? Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So the Skeleton Dragons are out of cycle. This is definitely going to be a Lava Hound deck. So whenever we play against Lava Hound, I want to catapult more Elixir. So I'm going to zap on top of the Night Witch Bats, and then the Dark Prince finds his happy place right on top of the tower. So obviously, whenever we're playing against a deck like this, I can assume that he's going to either have a skeleton army, barbarians, or skeletons himself. I don't know. He's going to have one or the other. So definitely want to go in for a defensive stance here, just giving him the opportunity to go and drop the barbs or anything on that. Oh, he's not going to. That would have been awesome. If he had dropped barbs, then I went Prince and Spear Goblins on the right-hand side. That could have been a magical experience. But here we are. Prince, Goblin Giant. I choose you. This is the push that has to make it happen. So I want to zap depending on what happens here, but I believe that... Oh, he's actually got E-barbs. Oh, it wasn't the regular barbs. He's evolved. He has understood how to be cultured in this game. Drop elite barbarians. So maybe we're fine. I don't actually have to do anything here. That barb is going to get a couple hits on my tower. But if he goes opposite lane to me, it's a bit better for me anyway. So I'm a Dark Prince here on the right, knowing that he does not have Goblin Drill. And what? You got Golem instead of Lobhound and you have all these cards? What are you doing? It was really looking like a spicy Lobhound deck for me. There were Skeleton Dragons in the deck. I am not used to seeing Skeleton Dragons with Golem unless it's Clone, and we have not seen Clone yet, so this is pretty interesting. Finish off the tower. All we have to do is hold the door. What are you going to do? Oh, it's definitely going to be Golem Clone. I can sense it. Like, who runs Skeleton Dragons without Clone sauce? So, I'm going to eat the Bomber because it's going to do a lot of damage, but it's not going to do near as much as the big fat Golem Boy on top of my tower. And now we are going to unload with everything that we hold dear in our life. With the Dark Prince, the regular Prince, right into the Leap Barbarian spam. So, I think this could be magical if we get multiple princes on this. It's literally a fairy tale, guys, with 3 princes for a split second. Don't tell me that there weren't 3 princes, because there was for 1 second. And that's all we need for the Disney dream to make it be a reality. I think we can go for Spear Goblins as well. Oh no, he's gonna go for a Lightning or something. Okay, actually it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do with 19 seconds remaining. We're gonna take your tower. You're gonna try to defend it, but all hope is lost. You are a lost cause, my dude. You're gonna tornado it back, but you cannot 3-crown. You kind of have a neutered Golem deck. Without Clone, it's just not gonna work. GG, well played, and peace out. This is one of the most interesting experiences that I've ever had. Skeleton Dragons, Golem Clone without the Clone. And we take those W's, not too many trophies though. Like, subscribe, and have an awesome rest of your day.